Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Kid Taj. This is my second video since I've left. The videos, just so y'all know, I would probably be posting more if it weren't for the fact that I'm on vacation right now. But it's the NBA Finals. I have to cover this. I have to get some content out. And today we're going to be talking about what the NBA Finals mean to LeBron James's legacy if the Cavaliers lose this series. And due to the fact that they're down 2-0, which is just generally such a hard lead to overcome in NBA playoffs history, a lot of people are talking about, well, look, this Warriors team looks to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. This team is so good that, you know, going up 2-0, it doesn't look like there's almost really any chance that they lose this series. And, you know, for someone like me, I think there's still a chance that the Cavs can win the series. I don't know if that's just the optimism in me or, you know, the fact that, look, they're the Cavs. They did it last year. They were down 2-0. They were down 3-1, and they ended up winning. But this year, the Warriors, you know, they're playing better. Their guys are better. They have Kevin Durant. It's just, it doesn't seem fair for this team to exist like I've been saying all season. And so with that being said, we're going to talk about, you know, what are the consequences for LeBron James's legacy, because a huge topic of conversation just throughout this season, and, you know, looking at LeBron's postseason numbers and achievements this year, it's like everyone's talking about LeBron versus Jordan. It will not go away. It's never going to go away unless LeBron just falls off a cliff, which, you know, that just won't happen. So, you know, this is a huge conversation, and rings are obviously one of the biggest determinants in greatness and history of any sport. And LeBron James losing this NBA Finals series will make him 3-5. I'm deciding to talk about this, by the way, because, you know, I could talk about, you know, if LeBron wins, you know, what's his legacy going to be like? And everyone's like, oh, well, if LeBron wins, then he's now the GOAT. Or a lot of people are saying that, at least. But I mean, I don't think they're going to win. First of all, they're down 2-0. And second of all, we've already had that conversation so many times. I made a bunch of videos about how, oh, LeBron, you know, this achievement will get him this far, and this will be like the biggest stepping stone for him if they win this year. But I don't think they're going to win this year. They're down 2-0. They've gotten beat by about 20 each game. Things are not looking good. So we're going to talk about what it's like if they lose. Now, one more thing before I actually start. I just want to say that the video I was considering to make today was about if LeBron James is still the best player in basketball, if Kevin Durant has taken the throne, if he's, you know, been passed the torch. I'm hearing that a lot, and I really, really, really don't like it. Not just because I don't like Kevin Durant, but the fact that you look at who Kevin Durant gets to play with, how much easier it is for him, how his mistakes are always covered up, how it's just harder for him to make mistakes because he's got it so easy he can never face double coverage. You know, stuff like that. LeBron James has the whole team thrown at him. He is the entire team. The team starts and finishes, lives and dies. Anything you want to say about the Cavaliers, it all starts and ends with LeBron James. That's really the whole point here. With Kevin Durant, I mean, you could take Kevin Durant out of that Warriors lineup and you'll still have an amazing team. You take LeBron James out of the Cavs lineup, what do you have? You have not even a playoff team. So I hate to see that, because, yeah, Kevin Durant's having a great series because he's being guarded one-on-one. LeBron James isn't guarded one-on-one. You can't guard Kevin Durant one-on-one, but you have to guard Kevin Durant one-on-one because look at who else is out there for the Warriors. Anyway, that's just a point I got to make, a little brief segment just about that whole discussion. I don't want to turn it into a full video because I think it's ridiculous. I think that the fact that people are even saying that is just, it doesn't make any sense. I don't even think Kevin Durant's the second best player in the league. That's the topic for another day, though. We're talking about what happens if the Cavaliers lose this final series, which they likely will. What does it mean for LeBron? Can he still be the GOAT? Can he still be the greatest player of all time? You're 3-5 in the NBA Finals. MJ was 6-0. That's really the biggest discussion we're having. And I know there are always two sides to this argument. I know that most people, they're going to take one side or the other. Some people are going to side with MJ. They're going to say, look, he went 6 for 6. When he gets to the big stage, he doesn't miss. He performs. He shows out. He knows how to win games. He's a killer. He doesn't underperform. And yeah, I mean, a lot of that might be true. Michael Jordan definitely didn't have a lot of real tough games, or he was to blame for his team losing. You know, games 3 and 4 of that Sonic series are a little bit of outliers there. But for the most part, yeah, MJ 6 for 6. He led those teams. He was great. He was phenomenal, and he earned the title of greatest player of all time. After that, after his career was over, that's what pretty much the consensus opinion was. Now, For LeBron James, the LeBron James side, what they're arguing is, well, look, LeBron James, he had tougher opponents. His success was better when you take a look at who he played against, who he played with. Really, for me, it's like, well, if you look into the details, the LeBron argument is stronger, whereas if you just look at the facts, look at the real, just what's right in front of you, Michael Jordan's legacy is better. Now, first of all, I don't think we should even be comparing legacies, but I'm just talking about how this will go down in history, because when you compare legacies, it's like, look at this. LeBron James is in his prime. He's 32 years old, but he's still in his prime. Look at the way he's playing right now. LeBron's got plenty of years before he's going to wind down and retire. So why are we talking about legacies? Why are we talking about careers? Why aren't we talking about the now? I don't think you can compare MJ's career to LeBron's yet. I mean, yeah, sure you can, but LeBron, like, he's going to do so much more. You can't be like, oh, MJ's career better than LeBron's, end of story. But LeBron James isn't done. You can't just say, oh, he has 5 finals losses or 4 or whatever, and be like, oh, well, you can't be better. Well, because Michael Jordan had several losses in earlier rounds. Just because LeBron James happened to get to the NBA Finals in 2007, you can't just penalize him. Like, imagine if LeBron had only lost that finals. You'd be like, oh, well, Jordan's undefeated and LeBron's not. Okay, well, LeBron made the finals in 2007. How is he supposed to win that series? He was not, like, favored in any way at all. They got swept, and they were supposed to get swept. On the other hand, Michael Jordan basically was the best player in every series he played and favored in almost every series he played. So I don't understand. And like, look at the teams that were built around him. Look at that Cavs team in 07. That's why right off the bat you can't use a 6-0 argument, because LeBron James, you can't pin certain losses on him. You can use it again in 2015. How was LeBron James supposed to beat the 67-win Golden State Warriors with his second best player being Matthew Dellavedova? They're lucky they even won 2 games in that series. And that's another finals loss where LeBron James just shouldn't be penalized for. What is he supposed to do? Oh, well, that loss goes on his record. He's going to have 2 more losses. And it's like, well, he had 2 more losses than MJ for just those. And it doesn't make any sense, and that's stupid. And that's kind of how I feel in this finals right here. I don't think it matters how many rings you have. I think you just have to contribute. You have to play your best. You have to be amazing. And look, if you lose the game of the series, if it's your fault, then yeah, you should take a hit for it. But look, I don't think, like, if LeBron James is underperforming in this series, then yeah, we can say, okay, look, LeBron James, like, he should definitely take fault for that. But he should not take fault for 2007. He should not take fault for 2015. Maybe, yeah, he should definitely take fault for 2011. 2014 maybe too, because yeah, he played in that and he had his whole team. You know, his teammates didn't play very well, but look, they got destroyed, and like, they shouldn't have gotten destroyed. But for this year, it all depends on how LeBron goes out. If the Cavs get swept, that's a problem. Okay, I don't care if you have Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love playing. The Cavs getting swept, that might do a little bit of damage, because you can't be getting swept with that team. This is your team. This is the team you built to beat the Warriors, or tried to build, and you got enough talent. We know that. I mean, they were good enough to go 12-1 against the entire Eastern Conference. Then again, look, the Golden State Warriors are just a completely different animal, but still, you can't be sweeping everybody in the East and then getting swept in the finals. That doesn't make any sense. I don't care. I don't care who you played. Shouldn't be happening like that, especially if your name's LeBron James. Now, if they lose in 5, lose in 6, maybe 5's a little bit, I don't know about losing in 5, but if they lose in 6 or 7, then it's a job well done. I don't expect them to get farther than that. They could get farther than that because of LeBron James, but look, they lose in 6 and 7. LeBron James has amazing stats. Like, so far, LeBron's averaging 28, 13, 11, 1.5 steals, 1.5 blocks. I mean, like, what more do you want him to do? You need better contributions from Kyrie Irving. And the role, like Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith are nowhere to be found. The only guys that have showed up besides LeBron in this series, I would say Kevin Love was decent last game, and Richard Jefferson off the bench. I mean, look at it's unbelievable how bad LeBron's teammates are playing in this series. LeBron's been really good. I think LeBron's, like, you can't really blame him that much. You know, in that third quarter last game, you know, he started shooting too many jump shots, and that's really how the game got away from him. But the only reason that it gets away from him is because, for some reason, LeBron is in complete control of the game, and if he does one, and if, you know, he makes one little mistake that everybody else always makes, it's over with. He has to be perfect in this scenario to win these games. But look at his teammates. Look at how his teammates are playing. Kyrie Irving has definitely underperformed. J.R. Smith has been nowhere to be found. Tristan Thompson, nowhere to be found. Darren Williams and Kyle Korver, your backup backcourt, the two guys you acquired that it's like, oh my God, those guys are coming off your bench. Especially Darren Williams, because he's been absolute garbage. Iman Shumpert, I don't know what he's doing. Channing Frye, I mean, he's supposed to come in, give you some lifts, space the floor out. He did absolutely nothing. It's looking so bad that you only have like 3 guys that have played better than they usually do, and the rest have been so much worse. I mean, J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson in the starting lineup have been brutal. Darren Williams as well, terrible. And Kyrie Irving, you need more out of him, especially last game. He just didn't deliver. He had a bad game. You need more. I don't know, man. It's just like LeBron's gonna get heat for this because he's gonna be 3-5, and that number is just so important. But look, you can take a look at those numbers all you want, but you really have to dig deeper. I mean, really, it shouldn't be measured by that. You shouldn't be like, oh, well, MJ 6-0, LeBron 3-5. Well, who's better? Obviously MJ. No, it shouldn't be like that. Also, LeBron gets to this stage every year, and we're just used to that, so we don't even care. It's like if LeBron lost in the Eastern Conference Finals, everybody would be going nuts. That's how crazy it is. That's why I believe that him and Jordan are just they're top 2. Because there's no one else like that. No one else like that. Oh, if they don't make the finals, then it's like a huge shock. And their value to their team is just unbelievable. But yeah, that's how I feel. I don't really... It just depends. But I don't think LeBron... Like I said before the series, we're going to get everything out of LeBron. It's not like he's going to underperform. And he's not underperforming. He's not going to underperform. So I don't understand why this is going to all come down on him when it's not his fault, okay? He's doing all he can, but you need help. You need help to win a series. Everybody needs help to win a series. Every star has gotten valuable contributions from the role players on their team or other stars on their team, and LeBron James is not getting that. And when you look at Golden State, you look at how Kevin Durant and Steph Curry are playing. Are you kidding me? You're going to beat those guys with the supporting cast Cleveland's playing with? The fact that, like, I mean, Cleveland should be losing by 40, 50 points the way their support's playing. If LeBron wasn't playing, they would be getting beat by 50. That's how bad they've been. So, look, I don't know. I said already, like, I got to see how LeBron finishes the series off and how the series finishes off. But the Cleveland role players could not be much worse. I mean, they were just folding. It's just not something I thought I'd see. But, you know, I don't know. I'm so used to those guys being so solid because, you know, when you play on a LeBron team, it seems like all the role players are just keyed in. Like, they all know what they're doing, and they're all just playing better than they usually would. But it's just been the complete opposite. They look inferior, very inferior. That's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like, comment what you think about this topic down below. Do you think that this final series has anything to do with, you know, LeBron's impact on his legacy? Is it a negative impact? If so, how much? What do you guys think? Subscribe if you're new. If you enjoyed, yeah, that's gonna do it. Peace out, y'all.